As I reflect back on 2022, I'm reminded of the collective attacks on democracy that undermined the very principles of our democratic governance, such as access to free and fair elections, equitable and representative maps, protection of individual rights and freedoms, and transparency and accountability of government. These attacks took many forms, such as voter suppression through restrictive voter ID laws that disproportionately affected minority groups, elderly citizens, and low-income individuals. The purging of voter rolls, restriction on early voting, which made it more difficult for people to cast their ballots, misinformation and disinformation around voting requirements. In Alabama, we saw unfair maps passed and challenged in the Supreme Court through the Milligan versus Merrill case. We saw similar fights happening across the South in North Carolina, in Moore v. Harper, and Louisiana in Arden versus Robinson. We also saw attacks on individual rights and freedoms, such as the reversing of Roe v. Wade, bans on abortions, passing of anti-trans legislation, policies to ban teaching and discussing how the racial inequalities and injustices in America have historically and continue to have an impact on our various social institutions. But just as I'm reminded of the collective attacks, I am moved and motivated by the collective fights. Since launching, Alabama Values has worked closely with grassroots and civic organizations and individuals working to increase civic engagement and break down barriers to civic participation. And most importantly, we've played and will continue to play an integral role in the ongoing fight for better maps and adequate representation. The way our maps are drawn on a state and local level is connected to so many issues impacting our front door, such as healthcare, criminal justice, education, reproductive rights, even community resources. If it's a social issue, a connection can be drawn back to better maps and equitable representation. In 2022, we leveraged the power of strategic communications, media, messaging, and visual stories to raise awareness, shift narratives, amplify pro-democracy voices and values, build out narrative campaigns and comms infrastructure for hyperlocal movements and initiatives. We're thankful for our collaborative partners. We're thankful for our donors. And most importantly, we are so thankful for the wider community, the everyday citizen advocating for change by just staying informed, spreading the word, supporting local grassroots organizations, volunteering, or just talking to your neighbor, your family member, even a stranger about issues in the way that they can help be a part of the change. In 2023, we will continue to build on our strategic partnerships and collaborations, extend our digital reach, create entry points for people to get involved and stay informed, and support and amplify the work of grassroots and civic organizations. Again, thank you. And on behalf of Team AV, it's 2023, y'all. Let's work.